I believe everyone has something great to share with the rest of the world. So adding audiogram to your images, audio, and text can make your podcast or music promotion stand out. The good news is that now it's easier than ever to make your podcast grab attention. You don't have to be a big media company to take advantage of Audiogram to promote your podcast. Today we'll be using Headliner to carry out this assignment. Headliner is the most well-known audiogram service, available as an app for mobile devices or on your browser. So in today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to add audiogram to your artwork. If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Frederick from the Thelionics Creative Studio, where we share with you how to make better use of technology. So without further ado, let's jump in. So before anything, you want to be sure that you've prepared the artwork and the audio files that we're going to use for this project. So let's jump to Headliner's website. So right on Headliner website, the first thing you're going to do is to sign up. Signing up is free. So let's do it. We'll click on sign up. So here we have two options here. The first option is to continue with your Google account. The second option is to fill in the information here. So in my case, I'm going to continue with my Google account. So continue with Google. So I'm going to select this one. So right now we see this welcoming message. Welcome to Headliner, Thelionics. So I'm going to click on next. I'm going to click on personal. Right, I'm going to click on no thanks. I'm going to click next again, and here we're going to select podcast. So we have a lot here, but in this case, let's click on skip for now. So right here on this interface, we have the option to search for podcast, and we have the option to click on to upload. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on upload because I want to upload my file. So right in here, you can drag in your audio files, or you can click on choose a file. So I'm going to click on choose a file. I'm going to go and locate my file. So I have all my file here. So in this tutorial, I'll be using two different audio files, but I will be starting with the first one. I'm going to click on this. So as you can see, my song has been imported into Headliner. So if you want to play, you can play to be sure of the file that you imported into Headliner. So I'm going to click on next. Here we have the option to select the size, the aspect ratio of the artwork. This is for landscape, YouTube, and this is for Instagram and Facebook. So I'm going to select this one. Since my intention is to upload the file on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, so I'm going to select this one. Then we'll click on next. So the next thing we're going to do is to upload our artwork to this section. So I'm going to click on image, upload. So the first artwork I want to upload is this one. So I'm going to click on upload. Great. This might take time, depends on your network. So as you can see, we already have our audiogram here. But when you click on the audiogram, when you click on this waveform here, we have the option to select different ones. So if I click on this circle here, you see that this has been disabled. This is to disable the audio form. So you can select any audio form of your choice right in the list here. And you can drag from the edge here to resize the your waveform, and you can place it wherever you like. So I think I'm gonna go for this one, and I'll try to reduce it a little bit. The ideal is to bring life to your images and videos. So I think I'm gonna put it right here. So I have this one already done. So another thing that I want to mention here is you can also change the color of this waveform. So by clicking right on this white box here, you can select your image your color right from here. You want it to be bluish, you want it to be greenish, any color. It depends on the color of your choice. Yellowish, you can select any color here. You can select from here also, but in this case I think I'm gonna leave it on white. So let me see, I'm gonna leave it on white. So after selecting the image, after selecting the color, you click outside to make this color box disappear. So I think we are okay for now. So now I'm gonna click this X sign here to go out of this one. So another thing that you can do here is to add your audio progress. So by clicking on this, or click right hand, so you can add your audio. You can add your audio progress. So I'm gonna select this one for example. So as you can see, we have it already here. So I'm gonna reduce a little bit the size of this, and I am gonna position it right on top of this small flyer. So you can change the color like I said earlier. So I think I'm gonna choose white color also for this. Then we'll click outside. So to go back, you click again on this, or you press escape on your keyboard. So we are back to the editing area. So another thing that you can add is you can add text. If you want to add text, you can add text to your artwork. So if you've ever used Microsoft Office, all these features here, we have it in Microsoft Office. I am going to cancel it because I don't want to add any text in here. So another thing that you can add here is the background. So you click on the background, then we can select a background right here. You're not seeing the background because this artwork here fill the whole area. So in the case if I want the background to show a little bit, I can drag it a little bit in and reposition my artwork. So now you are seeing the background here. So let me close this, go back to background, and I'm going to select white. So now you are seeing that we have the white background here. So I think this is cool. I'm going to leave it exactly like this. So after all this, after adding your artwork, after selecting the waveform, after adding your text if you have to, after adding the progress bar, after adding all your stuff here, so the next thing you have to do is to type in the name, the export title here. So this, I'm going to leave it exactly the way it is. The song here is my song. So if you have not listened to it, I'm going to add the YouTube channel link below. Then after adding the title, the export title, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click on create. So here we have the option to export directly from these below bar here. But I want to add another option, so I'm going to click open advanced editor. So another thing I want to mention before I forget, you can see that here we have the option to process 5 audiogram per month, because this is a free account. If you want to go for unlimited version, then you have to upgrade here. So I'm going to click on open advanced editor. This might take a while. because the platform is processing all the files that we added a couple of minutes ago. As you can see, we have audio files being uploaded. Okay, the project is loading. If I've ever used any video editing app before, I believe you'll be familiar with this interface. So we have a timeline here where you can actually listen to your audio file. I'm going to click on play. Just as you can see, we have an audiogram already moving on the image. Should in case you want to rearrange or resize your project, you can easily click on resize here and select any other shape or aspect ratio that you want to use. So I'm going to click cancel. So another thing you can do on the timeline here, you can re-edit all the stuff that you've added from the beginning. You can also add text and do other things. You can do more other things right in here. If you make any mistake in the process, you can click revert project. So what I want to do right now is to click on export. And this is the reason why I decided to come to this area, is because we have this under video size, we have the option to select the highest quality. See here we have 600 by 600, we have 720 by 720, and this is exactly what I wanted, the Square HD2 1080 by 1080. This gives you the best quality. So the video quality, I'm going to leave it in high, and the frame rate, I'm going to leave it 24 frames per second. So the next thing I'm going to do is to click on export my video. And just as you can see right on top by the right side, we see that the video is being generated. This probably might take some time, depend on the on your device. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up this a little bit just to save time. All right, so as you can see, our video has been processed. Now you can see on top that your video is ready. So the only thing you have to do now is to click on download. Here we have downloaded here, so you click on here. So we have another window popped up, and now here we have a lot of options here. So if you want to share your project directly to Twitter, to Facebook, to YouTube, LinkedIn, and the rest of the platform, you can do that directly. If you want to share the link with somebody else, you can click on copy to share the link. If you want to save it right to your account, we have the option to save it right here on the cloud account. But in my case, what I want to do is to download it directly to my computer. So I'm going to click on download video. As you can see, I have my file being downloaded right below here. So let's go get it. So here I have the video being downloaded. So as you can see, we have the title and we have made by Headliner. So if you want to appreciate Headliner, you can keep these header here, but what I want to do is I want to modify this one. I want to remove this. So I'm going to play a file so you can see. a God. God is a God. He's a way maker, and he's a father. He's a way maker, and he's a God. So right as you can see, our image, we've succeeded in bringing our image to life, adding more live to our image here. Another thing that we have right up here is this timer. So as the song is playing, we see that the timer is moving. And another thing, we have also our audiogram right here. So now you know how to make a audiogram, how to add a audiogram to your artworks, to your images. You can even add this also to your video. He's a way maker, and he's a father, ocean divider, and he's a God. So like I said earlier, this song is by me. So if you have not listened to this song, I will advise you to do. I believe you're gonna enjoy it. So I'm gonna have a link right below. So let's jump to our second project. So I'm gonna close this one, then we are gonna head back to the headliner website. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna click on headliner. So this brings us back to the main page again right now in your account. And I want you to remember that we have possibility of creating 5 audiogram per month because this is a free version. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to click on manual audiogram. So another thing that I forgot to mention is that you also have some samples right on this website. So in case you don't want to use your own artwork, you can easily click on automatic audiogram and you're going to see some list of samples there. So because of time, I'm not going to touch this area. So let's click on manual audiograms. So as you can see, you can upload up to 2 hours of audio files right here. So I'm going to click on up to 10 minutes. Just like we did before, I'm going to click on upload. Then here I'm going to go and locate the audio files. You can see it right here. You can upload MP3, WAV, and MP and M4A. So we're going to click on choose a file, and this time I want to choose the second audio file here. So depending on your internet speed and the capacity of your computer, this might take some time. So after this has been done, so the next thing we are gonna do is another thing I forgot to mention is you can also add captions to your project. So I have it off right here. So I'm gonna click on next. I'm gonna choose the same format, the same aspect ratio. So I'm gonna click next. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to upload my image. If you want to create one, if you don't have any artwork and you want to create, you can right click on create right here. So because I have already made artwork, so I'm going to click on upload. And I want to also remind you that you can use your image. You can use any type of image here. You can use video also. So we're clicking on upload. And this time I'm using my second artwork. This artwork has been designed in Photoshop. So right now we have this this image being uploaded here. But as you can see, I have some things here that we needed to remove, like the timer. We have the timer here. This is because I use the timer in the progress bar in my last project. So how do I remove this one? Is just by clicking on this blank area here. Now you see that this has disappeared. So this waveform is the one that I use in my previous project, so I don't want to use this one, so I want to select another one. So just by clicking on it, by selecting it, automatically it takes you to the waveform section. So now I want a different wave format. So what I'm going to do is just to select the wave format that I really wanted to use. So in this project, I want to use this circled one. So I'm going to click on it. So because it's very small now, so what I want to do is I want to drag it, because I want this waveform to be right at the back of my circle. So I'm going to drag it a little bit more, and now I'll try to position it. So you can see, as from the moment you try to position it, you see this line that shows that you are exactly at the middle. So I want to drag a little bit more until this might take you some time until you are able to get it, and until you are satisfied with the project. So like I said, as I try to drag, now you are seeing this red line right at the middle that shows that my image or my item is right at the center of the project. So I think I'm satisfied with this for now, like this. So the next thing I have to do is, since I've already added my audio wave, so in this case I don't want to have the progress bar, so the next thing I have to do is to press escape key on my keyboard, or click on this arrow right here, this X circle right here. So that is done. So like I mentioned earlier, if you want to select a different template, you have the option to select a different template here. You want to change your waveform, you have it. You can also change your image in case you want to. In this case, I don't want to use any background, but it depends on your needs. So everything I think is okay now. So the title, we have the option to change a title right in here, but I'm going to leave it exactly the way it is. So the next thing I want to do is I want to click on create. So like I did earlier, I'm going to select this one, but if you don't want to go through this process, you can click directly on export video now, and this is going to skip the advanced editing option on this platform. So what I'm going to do is I want to go to the advanced editing option, so I click on open advanced editor. So like what we saw earlier, the wizard here is going to process all these files. Now this might take a few minutes. Bam. So now we have this one, we have a project already loading now. So if you want to listen to the project, let me reduce a little bit the volume, then we'll click on the project here.
It's true that the promised land is God's gift to Israel.
So now you can see we have our project, our audio files well loading here. So the next thing I want to do, like I mentioned earlier, you can add other stuff here if you are not satisfied with the output of the project, of your project. So I'm going to click on export and make sure that I select the high quality. It depends on your needs anyway. You might want to use 720 by 720, depends on your needs, but in my case I want this 1080 by 1080. So I think I'm satisfied with this project. So the next thing, another thing I want to say before I forget, you can see earlier I mentioned that we have 5 projects per month because this is a free version. So because I've created 1 project earlier, so now you can see I have 4 left here. I have 4 left here. So after exporting this particular project, now I will have 3 possibilities, 3 projects left for this month. So I'm gonna click on export my. All right, my friends, as you can see, our video is ready to be downloaded. So I'm gonna click on download here. Okay, we have our video here. We have the preview by the left where you can click and play a preview of our project. So I'm gonna click on download video. We have it downloading right here. So our video is ready. Great. We have our project right inside here. So like I did earlier, I'm going to remove made by headliner. So we have our project here. So let me play so you can listen.
It's true that the promised land is God's gift to Israel.
All right, that, my friend, is how to add audiogram to your artwork to bring more life into these images. This can be done, like I said earlier, also with videos and your images. Any types of images at all, you can add audiogram to it and bring more life to your image. Okay, so I hope you find value into this video. If the answer is yes, please don't forget to smash the like button, and if you have not subscribed yet to this channel, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.